The raw energy and the joy in this room are signs of a party that outperformed expectations. Democrat John Fetterman narrowly beat his Republican challenger, Dr. Mehmet Oz, in Pennsylvania's Senate race. His path to victory, largely the same as Democrats up and down the ballot across the country.
A woman's right to choose one.
Supreme Court has got to go!
Promises of protecting access to abortion motivated voters, as did fallout from the January 6th attack. Democrats warned of threats to democracy posed by Republicans campaigning on the lie the 2020 election was rigged.
The American people have spoken and proven once again that democracy is who we are.
Get out the vote.
The president is hopeful his party will maintain control of the Senate, and even though it looks as if Republicans will win the House, he's satisfied their margin of victory will be slim.
I'm prepared to work with my Republican colleagues. The American people have made clear, I think, that they expect Republicans to be prepared to work with me as well.
The knives are out for leaders in the Republican House. They predicted a blowout win, given Joe Biden's low approval ratings, inflation, and a surge in crime.
That is a searing indictment of the Republican Party. That is a searing indictment of the message that we have been sending to the voters. They looked at all of that and looked at the Republican alternative and said, no thanks.
If Republicans are looking for someone to point a finger at, Donald Trump isn't interested in taking any responsibility.
Well, I think if they win, I should get all the credit, and if they lose, I should not be blamed at all.
Donald Trump is expected to announce he's running for president next week. His advisors are reportedly urging him to reconsider. But if history is to be any guide, Donald Trump will do what he wants. Katie Simpson, CBC News, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
And so let's bring in Paul Hunter from Washington. Paul, in terms of what we just heard at the end of Katie's story, what's the thinking now on Donald Trump?
Look, regardless how he wants to spin things, Adrienne, last night's results are a hard slap at Trump, at his brand, and at the whole MAGA crowd. I mean, there is now an argument that says this signals the end of Trump as a Republican option for the White House. It's over. He put his reputation on the midterms ballot with his endorsements, with his teasing of another White House run, and it mostly failed. Voters, Republican voters, said, no, we're tired of it all. And if he doesn't back down, his potential Republican challengers, Ron DeSantis, chief among them, are now energized, emboldened, and unafraid of Donald Trump.
Which leads, obviously, to the question about how Joe Biden now sees 2024.
You know, fact is, it may well still be the case that he, too, now has to think hard about his future. No matter the final numbers, life's about to get a lot harder for Biden on Capitol Hill, and he turns 80 in a few days. There will be Democrats who will now say, thanks, Joe, but it's time. Ironically enough, a weakened Trump may be the thing that actually allows Biden to step aside. With Trump now less of a threat, he could give way for someone else without losing face. If so, the real lasting effect of these midterms, Adrienne, may well be changes all round for the 2024.
All right, Paul Hunter back in Washington. Thanks, Paul.
You're welcome.